Hello everyone. Welcome to our weekly CBSE Class 10 chapter wise series, and today we'll carry on with the chapter Polynomials. This is the last and part 3 of the chapter, and in part 1 and 2 we have already covered all the basics of polynomial. In this part we look into some additional questions from the exam point of view. Please watch part 1 and 2 for better understanding, and the link are in their description. Do try to solve these questions along with, and stay tuned for some practice homework questions. The first additional practice question: if the sum of the zeros of a quadratic polynomial 3x square minus kx plus 6 is 3, then value of k is. So the given polynomial is 3x square minus kx plus 6. The given part is sum of the zeros is 3. So let the zeros be alpha and beta. The question says that the sum of the zeros is 3. That means alpha plus beta is 3 given to us. We have to find the value of k. Now we know alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. From the question, the value of a, b and c we can write. A is the coefficient of x square, that is 3. B, which is the coefficient of x, so here it is minus k, and c is 6. Therefore, we'll substitute the values. Alpha plus beta is 3 minus b by a. So minus b is minus k by a. A is 3. We get 3 is equal to k by 3, and on solving we get k is equal to 9. So for this particular question, the value of k is 9, that is option B. Now let us see question number 2. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial fx is equal to x square minus x minus 4, find the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta minus alpha beta. Now probably if you are doing this chapter for the first time, so these kind of questions you will not get in the textbook. Very important is how we approach a question. So let us understand. Here the polynomial is x square minus x minus 4, and we have to find the value of 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta minus alpha into beta. For a given polynomial at any point of time, we can always find the value of alpha plus beta, which is in the form of minus b by a, and alpha into beta, which is c by a. So the approach to such kind of questions is check what is asked and try to rewrite it in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Let us try to rewrite this in the required form. So if I take the LCM of the first two terms, I get alpha into beta and beta plus alpha minus alpha beta. Now see here, in this question, what we have done, we have reduced the given required expression in the form that we can find the information of. So here alpha plus beta I can find, alpha into beta also I can find. Let us find it out. From the question, A coefficient of x square is 1, B coefficient of x which is minus 1, C is minus 4. So what will be alpha plus beta? Minus B by A. That is alpha plus beta is 1. Alpha into beta, C by A. Let us substitute these values in the given expression. Beta plus alpha is 1. Alpha into beta is minus 4 minus minus 4. Let us try to solve this. The denominator sign can be moved in the numerator. Minus and minus together will become plus 4 with the denominator 1. Let us take LCM. Minus 1 plus 16. So the required value of the expression is 15 by 4. Answer is again option B. Now let us move further with question 3. Find a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are 3 plus root 2 and 3 minus root 2. Here the zeros are already given. So let us assume alpha is 3 plus root 2 and beta is 3 minus root 2. Now we have already learned that if roots are given, then we can find the quadratic polynomial using the expression x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots. Now let us first find alpha plus beta. We get 3 plus root 2 plus 3 minus root 2. So plus root 2 minus root 2 will get cancelled. So alpha plus beta becomes 6. Alpha into beta, 3 plus root 2 times 3 minus root 2. This expression is in the form of a plus b times a minus b. How do we simplify a plus b, a minus b? It is a square minus b square. So 3 plus root 2 times 3 minus root 2 becomes a square, which is 3 square minus root 2 square, which is equal to 9 minus 2, that is 7. So now we know the values of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Let us substitute and find the required quadratic polynomial. We get x square minus, in place of alpha plus beta, 6. So 6x plus 7. So this is my required polynomial for which the roots are 3 plus root 2 and 3 minus root 2. What we need to know here is that there can be infinite such polynomials which have the same roots as given in the question. Therefore, we introduce the variable k, where k is nothing but a constant. This constant enables us to obtain all those quadratic polynomials which have the specific zeros. Therefore, the final answer is k times x square minus 6x plus 7. I hope you are following up with me. Now let us try and solve the next question. Question number 4. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, find the value of alpha square plus beta square. This question is quite similar to what we have done in question number 2. The only difference is now they have given a general polynomial. So our answer will also be in terms of a, b and c. We will have the same approach where we will try to simplify the required value first, and as mentioned earlier, we will try to write down this expression in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Now we all have learned a plus b the whole square, this identity, right? It is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Now from this identity, if I keep a square plus b square on one side, I will get a square plus b square is equal to a plus b the whole square minus 2ab. Now this particular identity you should remember for solving this particular kind of question. So from this expression I will get alpha square plus beta square as alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. I have written my expression in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Let us find the value of alpha plus beta. So from the expression it is alpha plus beta is minus b by a, alpha into beta is c by a. Let us substitute. We can write in place of alpha plus beta minus b by a whole square minus 2 times c by a. On squaring, this becomes b square by a square minus 2c by a, and by making the denominator equal, the required answer becomes b square minus 2ac over a square. This is my required answer. I hope you have understood this. Let us move forward. The last question is, if one root of k minus 1 times x square minus 10x plus 3 is equal to 0 is reciprocal of the other, find k. Now in this case, they have given the quadratic polynomial as this. Fine. They are saying that one root is reciprocal of other. So first of all, let alpha and beta be the required roots. What additional information they have given? They are saying one root is reciprocal. So let us say the second root, which is beta, it is reciprocal of the root alpha. So now we can say alpha and 1 by alpha are two roots. Now in such cases, when my two roots are alpha and 1 by alpha, I can use both my relations of sum of the roots and product of the roots. But we will prefer using the product of the roots, and I'll tell why. When I say product of the roots, alpha into 1 by alpha, I will get c by a, and from here this left side will become 1. So when one root is the reciprocal of the other, then your a and c becomes equal. Now from the given polynomial, a is k minus 1, which is the coefficient of x square, and b is minus 10, and c will be equal to 3. Now since a and c are equal, we will equate them. So a is k minus 1 and c is 3. So we get k is equal to 3 plus 1, which is 4. So the correct answer is k is equal to 4. I hope you have understood these questions. So these are some variety of questions which are generally asked from this chapter in the exams. Now, some additional practice questions are given for your practice. You can solve them. The answers for them are given in the next page. Screenshot the questions, screenshot the answers, and then you can check your answers. In a few days, I'll be sharing the detailed explanation of these additional practice questions in the form of video or shorts. So now screenshot the questions, screenshot the answers. I hope you have understood this chapter. Still, if you have any doubts, you can post the doubts in the comment section. And thanks for watching. Do like, share with your class 9 and 10 friends, and subscribe the channel for such related content from class 9 and 10. Enjoy learning.